Welcome back to News Geelong. ICT, Information and Communication Technologies, held its Geelong Inaugural Awards this week, as News Geelong's Debbie Meaney reports.
A sign language animator that converts speech and text to sign language using a 3D animated character took out ICT Geelong's inaugural invention test. I spoke to the developer, Vibushan Lakshminarayan.
It's translated from English to sign language for the benefit of the deaf, and it can be deployed in public places, but we have aimed to deploy it for the personal use for deaf people and for people willing to learn sign language, and for doctors, and if they want to watch movies for deaf people.
And you're assisted by a team?
Yes, we have a team of 4 people, and they're from India. We did this as a part of an undergraduate project back in India in our college.
So ICT's shown that Geelong really is a hub in this area?
Yep, it is, because when this competition was conducted, a lot of huge bodies like the City of Greater Geelong and University of California, Berkeley took part in this. And University of California, Berkeley is actually, it's in the Silicon Valley, which is the heart of technology. So that shows a sign that Geelong is actually becoming pretty huge in terms of technology, and actually encouraging technology and new budding entrepreneurs.
Well, it's great that they've given you this opportunity to present your idea in front of experts you wouldn't normally be exposed to, so well done.
Thanks a lot, and yes, they have played a vital role in this, and I'm very thankful to ICT Geelong, and we have had all the opportunities to show this to the stalwarts of this industry, if I can say that. And they're also giving me a lot of inputs. It's still going on, and we are still developing this project to hopefully get it into the market as soon as possible.
And yeah, congratulations. I look forward to seeing your project up and running very soon.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
This is Debbie Meaney for News Geelong.
Thank you, Debbie. Christchurch in central Geelong has a long, proud history of supporting the underprivileged throughout each year, and particularly at this special time of the festive season. Steph Cowdery reports.
I'm right here just off Marlborough Street at a brick hall where members of our community are donating their time to help others less fortunate than themselves with the Christchurch Meals Program. Jan, how long have you been involved with the Christchurch Meals Program?
I've been involved, I suppose, about 16 years, but it's actually been going over 20 years.
What is the Christchurch Meals Program all about?
Well, it's to serve the homeless and needy. We don't ask any questions. People are welcome to come and have their meal, breakfast 7 days a week, and evening meals on Mondays and Wednesdays.
Okay, now I hear that it's run by volunteers. Do you get a wide range of volunteers from the community?
Yes, we have, 80% of the people come from outside Christchurch. A lot of people belong to other churches. St Mary's are very good supporters of the program. And we have lots of help from schools. St Ignatius help us in the evening meals, Sacred Heart and St Joseph's help us at the breakfasts.
Okay, now I hear that you're trying to raise some funds. Can you tell me where you're hoping to use those?
Well, it's just to keep the program going, and we do have to sort of keep equipment and things like that going as well. So a lot of it goes on food, although we get a lot of donations of food as well as money, but everything we get is certainly put to great use.
Okay, now if people are too busy to give their time, especially with this day and age, are they able to donate any funds, or is there anything that they can still do?
No, they're welcome to donate funds, and they can always come along and ask us, is there anything in particular we need? For instance, we get lots and lots of things given to us, but very rarely do we have enough milk. So milk costs us a lot of money because for 7 mornings breakfast with people having cereal, we have about 35 people every day for breakfast, so we go through a huge amount of milk. So that's something we really desperately need.
And on average, how many people would come for a serving or a dinner?
65 to 70 at the moment. I think peak night many years ago was about 130, but these days 65 to 70 mostly.
Okay, great. And all the food that you have here, is that donated, or where does that all come from?
Mostly donated, but there are some things we have to buy. We use what's donated and then we add to it. We go and buy what we need after that. We buy ice cream and things like that.
Peter, how long have you been running the Christmas luncheon?
The Christmas lunch has been running for the last 12 years, so this coming year will be the 13th Yes.
Okay, great. Now, how does Christmas Day run? Is it different to normal evenings, or how does that go?
The Christmas lunch, actually, the menu is more extensive, so because we aim to provide the best with the help of all the volunteers, volunteer chefs and volunteer servers, the diners will be enjoying themselves in a 5-course meal.
Oh, that's great. And how many people usually attend this luncheon?
There will be about 180 diners on average over the last 3 years. The numbers have been pretty stable, but we expect a bit more this year. Yeah.
And do you get lots of families, or?
Yes, we welcome individuals who otherwise will be on their own on Christmas Day, and also small families, typical of mum and dad or 1 or 2 kids. Yeah.
Stephanie Cowdrey at the Christchurch Meals Program, News Geelong.
Thank you, Steph. The Geelong Hospital Children's Ward continues on its redevelopment projects with gustos and smiles. Deb Meaney visits the ward to give us another update.
The Children's Ward here at Geelong Hospital is undergoing some major renovations. It's a multi-million-dollar project, and I caught up with Jenny Brice, the nursing unit manager, to fill us in on the project.
They are wonderful developments. We had our first stage completed in August, which is behind you. So we had, how many rooms now? Must be 6 rooms completed here. So they've all got en-suites now, and showers, and fully renovated. The playroom's been completed, and that's terrific in there. We've got an adolescent area and 2 televisions in there, and some audio equipment and what have you for teenagers. The second stage is in process at the moment. I don't know whether you can see it behind us, so obviously all boarded up. So we're doing right along the west wing, and so all the rooms there will be renovated. So they're making them into 2 bedrooms there. So a lot of them have been 4-bed. So it just allows privacy, isolation for our precautions for infection control, and gives parents, like I said, their own area, and the children, so families can room in.
So when is the stages all going to be complete?
They're really saying probably 2.5 to 3 years now, because they're really doing them back to back, which is terrific. So hopefully, yeah, I guess another 2.5 years it should be finished. Yes.
And where's all this money coming from?
Well, the large majority has come from Cotton On Foundation, who have been terrific, and have given us that money and to roll over. It initially started because there was an anonymous donation of $500,000. And that's how it started, and then Cotton On have come on board and done things like obviously run Geelong, which is terrific, and other fundraisers for us. So, yeah, they've been our major. So it's terrific when you think it's a community effort.
Well, it looks great, and we look forward to the end product.
We do too. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks. This is Debbie Meaney in the Children's Ward for News Geelong.
Thank you, Debbie. This is News Geelong as we go to a break and be back with sport and weather after this.